So, John, you're the fire officer,
Station officer.
station officer, beg your
Station
pardon.
officer.
Yeah,
Templemore
that's
Fire Station.
a great title for someone that I would think is very young because we're the same age.
That's right. We're only chaps then.
We're actually in school together, weren't we?
Yesterday we were in school together.
Correct, yeah, correct. And I think it's a great title for someone who is so young.
Yeah.
Fair play to you.
Yeah.
And
Good man.
there was a lot of hard work and dedication got you there, in fairness. And
Yeah, time and service
yeah,
to arrive there. Yeah.
and you put in a lot of hard work and dedication, and you had great people in front of you. I often think people would say to me about the funeral business, and I always say I had great people in front of me, like Tom Murphy and Mel
Yes.
Murphy
Yes.
and
Yes.
Tommy Heaney and my own dad and
That's
my
right.
Uncle Sean. I had great people to lead the way.
Yes. Yes.
You, of course, had Michael
Likewise. Yeah.
Whalen and
Michael
Michael
Whelan,
O'Brien. You had
Michael O'Brien,
yeah,
Martin
yeah,
Fogarty, Dickie O'Brien,
brilliant,
all the older boys when I came into it years ago. You know,
correct, yeah,
they were the lads that I looked up to and
yeah,
learned from. You
brilliant,
know.
brilliant. And was the likes of the count there when you went in and
No, he was just gone. They had just gone when I came in.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
would have been
just
fun
like
on it now.
they'd have gone in the late 80s. They would have left.
Yeah, very
I
good.
came
Yeah.
in 1990, was what I came in.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
God, it's a long, long time.
It is.
And it's a big dedication because, you know, that beeper can go off at any stage and your life probably revolves around the fire brigade rather than
Yeah.
the other way around. And you're something like ourselves, in fairness. You're kind
Yeah.
of on call all the time. And
Very
yeah,
much so.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you never know when you're going to get the call. You know, day
Yeah.
or night. So you have to be always ready, as the fella says. You know.
And the one thing I always admired about the fire brigade, I've always said to you, I think I've probably said to you before, first of all, I've always admired the fire personnel. I think you do an absolute superb job. I say it to your face and I say it behind your back. But I often think that when your beeper goes off, you don't know what you're facing.
No, you have no idea. No, could be something very small or very big.
Yeah,
You just don't know until you get there,
yeah,
and you get the printout and the information that's available to you, and make the decisions then how you're going to tackle it. You know, when you
yeah.
get there and the procedures that have to be put in place. But it's very much, literally a split second.
Does yeah, you have to decide it. And I often think that when I get a call, sometimes even from yourselves or the guards, I know what I'm facing.
Yes,
You're able to say to me, this is what you're facing.
yes,
So I know I can make a choice. For argument's sake, I can make an excuse not to go, which I wouldn't do, but you could if
yes.
you really, really wanted
Well,
to.
you know exactly what you're being called for.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas you don't. Your
You
beeper
don't
goes
know.
off and you just race
Right.
down to that station. And they had a great saying, I suppose 9/11 brought a huge kind of a change of people's attitude towards fire personnel and fire brigades and what people do. And they
Yeah,
often said, you know, all those fire people ran into that building when everyone else was
I
running out.
was running out of it. Exactly. Yeah,
It's some
yeah.
brave thing to do.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to just, you have to deal with it with the procedures and the training you have. You can't run away from it.
Yeah.
So you have to get in and deal with it,
Yeah, yeah. And even like that, when you go to a car accident, you know, you see the car, you say, Mother God, that's Eamon Gray's car.
Yeah.
So you know personally who you're dealing
Yeah,
with.
you'd often know that actually when you arrive on the scene, you'd know the car.
Yeah.
And that makes it even more difficult if you
That
like
is hard,
at
yeah.
a personal level,
Yeah, correct.
and you deal with it then accordingly. But yeah, as you say, you'd often know the person.
Of course you would. That's
Work on a very local level,
small town. Because even when I go to the hospital, even yesterday when I went to the hospital, it always amuses the staff that most funeral directors, when they come in, they have to look at the label to know who they're collecting.
Yes.
Because once I see the person's face,
You
I
know
say,
them.
oh yeah, that's who I'm after. And
Yeah.
they're quite amused at that because
Yeah.
the other funeral homes, when they come in, they're dealing in a big area, they're in a city for argument's sake.
Yeah, a large
And they just
population.
wouldn't have that familiarity that we have.
Yeah.
Like, and you have the same, like when you go to a car
Very,
accident.
very often now. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Very often. That's the case. Yeah.
And is that hard?
Yeah, it makes it more difficult when you know the person, obviously.
Yeah, yeah.
You'd be hoping things aren't too bad for him and,
Yeah.
things like that. But it does make it more difficult when you
I
know
bet.
them. Yeah.
And when you go home afterwards, then to think about some of the things both of us have been to different scenes that haven't been the prettiest on earth, but we face into it and we do what we have to do.
Do what you have to do when you're faced with it at the time,
Yeah.
But as you say, it makes it that much more difficult because you know the person and the families around it involved,
Yeah.
when, at times. But thankfully, it's not always the case either.
Yeah. Thanks for the God.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I often said, I think I told you before about the accident I was called to that wasn't in our town. I think I told you about this before, and I won't mention the town that I was called to. And it was late at night, probably 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
But the particular fire brigade, they had no markings on the road. They had no lights on in the fire brigade. And when I took the person from the scene, I actually had to pull up then at Nina Hospital because the person hadn't been pronounced dead. But I said, like, when I go to your accident scene,
Right.
there's lights everywhere. You've got this under control.
Oh, yeah.
You've got the person pronounced dead. Guards are there.
Yeah, well, the scene safety is always a priority of ours,
Mhm.
Make sure the scene is safe for everyone that comes in there, be it
Yeah.
ambulance personnel, Gardaí, yourself,
Yeah.
whoever comes in there. we have to make sure that the traffic won't, oncoming traffic, won't come on
Hmm.
and crash into us. So it's to make that scene safe
Yeah,
with plenty of advanced warning signs, fire engines fended off in the proper positions, to
yeah,
make that scene safe.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
priority.
And people often even ask me, why do I have the green light on the car? And of course, it is when I'm going to a car accident, and there's cars usually lined up. You have cars stopped, but you can see me then at the back,
Yes,
and the
that's
few
right.
you can see this
Yeah,
green light flashing, and you wave
exactly.
me up,
And we
and
know then to let you on. Yeah,
yeah,
let
yeah,
you into the scene. That's
brilliant,
right. Yeah,
brilliant, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And you say you joined in 1990, so you absolutely love it, obviously. And
1990. Yeah, I mean, yeah, 35 years ago now, and yeah, it has its difficulties and challenges at times, but overall, it's a service that you'd be, proud to be involved with.
well, I bet you, of course, 9/11 did change everything. I suppose people's attitudes towards it. I always admired what you did for years, but I bet you even if your lads were there, you have a great group working
Yes.
for you. And I bet you if you were there and you probably would have gone into that building too.
Well, that's it. You see, you take the risks. There's always risks involved.
Yeah,
As you say, it's a dangerous situation.
yeah,
Everybody else is running away from it. We're running into it.
into it. Yeah, yeah,
So you have to take, even though you are taking a risk, you try and take it with procedures and safety procedures in mind,
yeah, yeah,
and proper training
yeah.
and proper equipment to deal with the job, you know. But you still have to take some risk.
And there must be huge training involved, and your team that are with you. When anytime I go out, that we interact, they're woeful dedicated,
Yeah, yeah,
woeful dedicated.
yeah.
Yeah,
The training is very intense now. There's training courses for everything,
brilliant.
you know,
Yeah,
and it shows. You can
yeah,
see with the level of professionalism lads are working,
yeah.
you know, are working too. You can see that they know what they're doing and they're well trained,
Correct.
which is important for safety of themselves and the general
General
public.
public generally,
Yeah,
and even I see you're kind of, I won't say promoting, but you're kind of letting people know that something that I wouldn't have even known. That if somebody has a heart attack,
yeah,
call the fire brigade.
yeah, yeah. Well, we see we can be here again at a local level. We can be there within 4 or 5 minutes
Yeah,
anywhere in Templemore.
yeah,
You'd have a crew of at least 8 lads turning up there
yeah,
with their first responder training and a defibrillator on board,
yeah.
and we can certainly do a lot until the ambulance personnel arrives.
Brilliant. And
Yeah.
it's something that you wouldn't always think of. You wouldn't.
No,
No, you wouldn't. I wouldn't have thought of up to that. No, I wouldn't have thought.
no.
No, at that time we go to somewhere where we have to remove the deceased from one place to another, and we physically can't do it.
Yes.
And we call you,
Yeah.
and you come up with a heart and a half, and
Yeah.
you come along and you give us a hand, and
Yeah.
you have numbers, so you're able
Yes.
to.
Well,
Yeah,
that's it. You see,
brilliant,
you would be guaranteed a minimum of 6 of a
right,
crew turning up to you anyway.
brilliant. Yeah,
You
it's
know,
absolutely brilliant. Yeah,
with the knowledge and training of
yeah,
what to do. You
brilliant.
know. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that time I've been like that at an accident scene, and maybe everything has kind of taken place and it's come to pass, and everything is started on the scene, but maybe the police have to come and do maybe a little bit of investigation. But your fire tender is going back to the station, but some of you will always stay back to give me a hand to carry
Yeah.
that person out.
Yeah. Absolutely. Of
That's a
course.
lovely
Yeah.
trait.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Obviously, you wouldn't just drive off after it and leave things,
Yeah,
undone, as the fella
yeah.
says. But yeah, that's what we do. We just help out.
I've always admired that. I always thought it was lovely. So you're on your own time maybe for an hour while you're waiting for all this to take place, but then you come in and you carry the person out.
Of course.
Uh,
Yeah.
and even at the funeral, then you all turn up in your uniforms and you turn up together.
Yeah.
And I go up and I'd introduce. If the family don't know you, I'd introduce you to the family, and there's tears in their eyes saying
Yeah.
how helpful
Yeah.
you were and thanking you. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Sure. Look, it's nice to be able to help out people and do what we can for them.
fair play to you. Yeah. It's a great service, and I see even lately we had an accident in the town, and you were obviously involved in it. I see the family on social media; they can't thank you enough.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
brilliant to see it.
It is. Yeah.
Brilliant, fair play to you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice to be able to help at a
yeah,
local level, and as we say, often we know the people involved,
yeah. Which
so
is
it's
makes
extra
it
nice
great.
then to be able to add our bit to it and do help any way we can.
Correct. Yeah. When you see families thank you like that on social media, that's obviously you say to yourself, God, we
Yeah,
did what we were supposed to
yeah,
do. That was good.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
nice. It's nice to hear
I
that.
bet you. I
Yeah,
bet you. Yeah.
yeah,
I bet you. Yeah. Yeah. And I've always, as you know, always been a huge admirer of the service you provide. I think it's a
yeah,
marvelous service. You're very, very dedicated, and when somebody is dedicated, I think it shows.
yeah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
does show. Yeah,
Yeah. You're
it
very
does.
dedicated to your
Yeah,
job. And,
see it being done properly, and
yeah. Correct.
yeah,
And Saturdays are National Day where we salute our
that's right. Yeah,
fire personnel and our guards and the ambulance. And yeah, so all of us here, we've always saluted you.
good.
We admire what
That's
you
right.
do.
That's
And
good to hear.
I think you know that we admire
Yeah,
big time the service that you provide. And
yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and thanks a million for coming in and biting the bullet and sitting down and talk to me. Something different, John.
Something different. Wouldn't exactly be used to.
No, no. And you did very well. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Eamon.
Fair play, John.
Thank you.
Thanks a million.